Hey everyone, it's Artea. I just wanted to pop by and create a quick gold guide for you guys concerning the ongoing Daedric War Celebration event in the Elder Scrolls Online. An event that promotes gameplay in Vardenfell, Somerset, and the Clockwork City. While this may be the first time that the Daedric War event has occurred, there have been previous zone-specific events for each of the aforementioned zones before. So I may be able to offer a bit of insight on what items you may want to consider earning, selling, and investing in to make some stonks, seeing as I've experienced these events before and made some cash money in light of them. If you'd like to learn more about the event itself, I will leave some links to some stellar guides below. This video will be strictly focusing on the event from a gold earning perspective. No need for me to repeat what a lot of other content creators have already created videos about. Firstly, what I highly recommend doing during this event is partaking in the World Boss and Delve Dailies in these 3 zones. Not only will you be able to group up much more readily with guildies and gamers in zone chat looking to get their event tickets, but you'll also be receiving double gear drops upon defeating these bosses. Likewise, instead of receiving 1 daily reward coffer, you'll receive 2 upon completing and turning in your daily quests. You can also receive event reward boxes from doing this. By completing daily quests, not only will you be receiving your daily allotment of event tickets as well as some event reward boxes, you will also receive double the amount of reward goodies that you would normally get just from completing the dailies themselves. These rewards can be worth a pretty penny. They are as follows. As of recording this video, War Maidens is a valuable set for certain Magicka DPS PvE builds. While the market for this particular set will undoubtedly become saturated as a result of this event from the increased amounts of players receiving it, its value will likely recover over time. I've seen it happen before because this set is fairly relevant in today's PvE meta. So long as this remains true, I could see this exact pattern repeating itself. You can sell your War Maiden's gear now for some respectable gold or hang on to it in the event that its value recovers. The following dailies have a chance to drop the following motifs. Because these are pre-Dragonhold motifs, none of these motifs drop on cooldown, meaning it is possible to receive multiple of the same kind of motif on the same account on the same day with ease. So go ahead and open up all those daily reward coffers at once if you would like. Just as an aside, the trials located in these zones also drop double reward coffers, so you can expect Welkanar and refabricated motifs to be abundant during this event. The daily reward boxes, upon being opened, have a chance to reward you with any of the previously mentioned motifs, as well as a few other items, which we will discuss later. You earn these boxes as a result of completing daily tasks, like World Boss quests, so there's another reason for doing them. Of course, in light of the increased supply of these motifs as a result of players spamming endeavors that reward them, and a decreased demand in the prospect of purchasing them because they are far more easily earnable than they've ever been, the aforementioned motifs typically experience a notable decrease in their prices from these kinds of events. You perhaps may not care all that much about this notion and may just be happy to be receiving any amount of gold for your efforts, and that's totally fair. If you'd like, however, you could wait around until the end of the event when event-themed items are valued at an all-time low and buy up a lot of these cheap motifs to tuck away in your bank or your storage until their value recovers and you can resell them for far greater than you initially paid for them, something that I like to do. Or a bit of both maybe. If you're looking to sell these kinds of things right away though, be mindful of the fact that the value of these items will just continue to decrease as the event goes on. From my experience, I've noticed that the following motif styles recover most reliably. Their prices increase in a far quicker manner than the rest of the ones that pertain to this event. Specifically, here are some motif styles that experience this the most on account of them being very cool and epic and people are willing to drop some fat stacks in order to look dripped out, okay? Fashion is endgame. These style materials will also be very abundant during the event in light of their cracked supply. Again, a result of people spamming dailies, and deconning the gear that drops from partaking in zone-related activities like killing world and delve bosses. Like the motifs, the prices of these style mats tends to decrease during the event, making them a prime item for purchasing towards the end of the event to relist for profit sometime down the road. In my experience, I've found the most luck from investing in Coulon de Lacquer specifically. For those that didn't know, these style materials are used to make the following furnishings, which is what makes them valuable. So I mentioned those event reward boxes, right? Those have a chance to drop for you upon completing any of the following activities. Some of the other items that they can procure, besides the ones that I've already mentioned, include Evergloam Champion style pages, as well as a plethora of rune boxes and some other style pages. From my experience, event rune boxes are either hit or miss. Some rune boxes, like the Ruby Candlefly Gathering from the Witches Festival, can sell for a whole lot. They were selling for around 200 to 300k on PCNA during that event, likely because it was a very pretty furnishing item. Other rune boxes, not so much. I remember that the rune boxes from the previous Clockwork event did not sell for much at all, like ever, so I doubt that they will this time around either. The Gloam Griffin pet is really cool though, so I could see this rune box being worth a fair amount. We'll have to see. Because these rune boxes are for one-time use items like a skin or a pet, however, it would make sense that their value simply wouldn't be as high as that of a rune box for something that can be used multiple times, like candleflies, which can be placed multiple times in a player home. As far as these style pages go, I'd like to give you guys a piece of advice. Typically, style pages that drop from events that happen frequently, think yearly, seasonal events like the Witches Festival or the Jubilee, never tend to be worth all that much throughout the year on account of the fact that the amount of them that are produced as a result of such an event is correct. Plus, they come back every single year, so their supply is reliably replenished. Style pages that come from events that happen once every couple of years, like the Maelstrom style pages from the Orsinium event, or the Sovngarde Stalwart pages from the Western Skyrim event, if they look nice and if the event doesn't get spammed every year, tend to experience a far more significant increase in their prices sometime after the event is over. While the Doctrine Ordinator pages were never worth too much, the Snowhawk Mage pages actually ended up selling for a lot a while back. Some pages sold for 1 to 300k on PCNA. Might be worth saving some of these in the event that this happens again. Typically, style pages that are for weapons only aren't as sought after as style pages for armor pieces, especially if these weapons don't look to be anything spectacular. This may be the case with the new Evergloam Champion weapons. They look alright, but they pale in comparison to Opal weapon style pages or the funky looking Maelstrom styles. If you're a PvE enjoyer, I also highly recommend spamming trials for those double drops. If you're proficient in a trial like VAS hard mode, for example, you can smash out some runs with ease and be rewarded with a whole bunch of gold jewelry, which can then be deconned for valuable materials. Not to mention the fact that you have an increased chance at getting a Clockwork polymorph to drop in light of these double drops. Alright, that about does it for this video. Here's a quick recap of all of the activities that I would recommend doing during this event. I hope that what I've mentioned has provided you guys with some insights on what you should be doing this event, and if you're an item flipping enjoyer like I am, what you may want to consider investing in as the event comes to a close. If you have any questions about the event and how it pertains to earning gold, you should join my Discord server and ask them there, or ask them in the comments of this video. And if this was way too overwhelming for you, then I recommend checking out Tianlein's very thorough and complete guide on this event, especially if you need some clarifications regarding where to pick up world boss dailies and the like. Alright, that's all for now. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next video, or on Discord, or in the game. Cheers!